Hey my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So let's do this. If you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energies of the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles, when this shows in tarot, there could be some juggling of finances. I think a lot of us are in that at the moment. There could be holidays and things coming up, or bills, and juggling if you've got the money, the expenses to actually sort of pay these things. Comes in a lot when we're sometimes feeling a little bit compromised financially, and so there's sometimes this sense and this feeling of like robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit. So maybe some of us have been feeling the pinch and the effects of that vulnerability from a financial space. I know lots of people I'm talking to, they want to come to things, they want to come to some of my shows and different bits and pieces, but it's literally like weighing up if they have enough money, and some people are having to almost buy tickets at the very last minute to see if funds allow for them to have the experiences. The good thing with this though, if you've been sort of struggling financially, or if things have been a little bit kind of complicated, we do have the rough water, so there is an indication that maybe it's been quite turbulent, quite bumpy emotionally. Maybe things have been feeling quite overwhelming and a bit all over the place, but we do have that figure of 8 that runs through, and that is almost that kind of reassurance from spirit, the universe, a higher power, whatever you want to title it as. When you send your thoughts and ask your loved ones, the spirit world, the universe for help, they will try their best to create a situation or to create something where you can have some revenue, you can have some money. Doesn't mean you're going to be rich beyond your wildest dreams, but you know, there may be some money that comes in, or some things that just kind of actually come good. I had it the other day where I needed a certain amount of money to pay a bill, and it wasn't in there, and like I was really asking spirit, come on, deliver on this. And then a couple of readings kind of got booked up, and it allowed for me to have just enough money to pay that bill. So the money went in, it went back out, but it keeps you comfortable, it keeps you in a space where you've got enough to survive, you know. Because I think, as most people know, doing this kind of work, you're not rich, you know, you're really not rich from doing this. You're really rich in heart center and in other energies, but financially, not so much. So we do have that kind of going on here a little bit. But yeah, so if it's been a vulnerable time, if it's been a bit stressful, if you've been questioning finances and everything, hold your ground, stay firm, because positive change is going to happen. And I also see the Two of Pentacles as things calming, things settling, things starting to balance back out. If you think of like the rough water doesn't stay rough forever. It can be really aggressive, it can be really turbulent, and we feel like sometimes we're going to fall off when we're in that stage, but at some point it will calm, it will settle, because that's the nature of the beast. It has to do that. So we do have that element to this as well. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, we're going into the energies of the Two of Swords, or the twos this week. Twos often represent sort of, you know, finding the balance of things, and sometimes just we're in that head and heart energy. And a bit like with this, head is saying one thing, heart is saying another. And it's a similar theme here. Two of Swords is a little bit more of a time to really listen to your heart, really kind of go into that sort of soul search space. And essentially, Two of Swords is suggesting that a choice, an action, a decision has to be made. Now, if you think back to our Monday guidance reading, if you saw that, we had the Eight of Cups, and that was making a decision and walking away from something that doesn't serve you. So maybe if you've been drawn to this card, some of you are still in that, or toying with that, or understanding how that's going to work, how that's going to come about for you. But Two of Swords, it is about really kind of feeling into your heart, not getting caught up into the trickery of your head, and it's making a decision, and something has to be severed, something has to go for something better to kind of come in, or for something better to just be seen. Sometimes when we just sever something and we move it away, or we move it to the side, it can be surprising the beauty that we see around us that was maybe being hindered or blocked or wasn't being fully recognized. So nothing is bad, nothing is scary, nothing is overwhelming with this card. The water here is very calm, it's very peaceful. So whatever decisions, whatever actions you have to make, there's a suggestion with this of it's going to be quite smooth, it's going to be quite tranquil, but it's just making that choice, it's making that action, it's making that decision, and it's kind of standing and being really powerful within your choice, within what you need to do. But something has to sort of just take place, or definitely be acknowledged a little bit, you know. And it is a really important time to do what resonates with your heart, to do what brings you happiness. So if you know by severing something away, it could give you this real boost of magic, of power, of love, of whatever it is. Give permission to yourself to receive that, because this is kind of being required or needed for you here, if this makes sense. And finally, as we're moving into card number 3, we're going into the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups takes us into, oh, this one's a little bit bent, that's annoying. This takes us into a space where essentially it could be a healing card, it could be a grieving card. Some of you could be literally in that cycle of deep grief or deep loss with something, but also like it's finding peace, it's giving yourself permission to receive peace, to welcome peace within your heart. So if you have been battling, if things have been quite upsetting or quite turbulent, if there's been a grieving journey that you've been really struggling to get your bearings with, yes, we will always be grieving, but this is about giving yourself permission to have life and to live, a new way, a new version in your heart, giving yourself love, giving yourself recognition, being enough for you, even if there are moments of turbulence, even if there are moments of vulnerability. It's not giving up on you. So Ace of Cups is usually finding peace and everything's starting to become a lot more emotionally abundant for you, if that's been a bit of a struggle, if that hasn't really been reached. So things are going to calm, things are going to settle, and it's living in love, it's living in gratitude, it's living in the oneness of now. Because when all is said and done, we can have an opportunity or an idea of how we want our future to be. We can torture ourselves with the past, but the immediate moment is the only thing that we actually have complete power on. And this is like really encouraging you to just live in love, live in gratitude, live in peace for the immediate space, for now. That's really coming in quite strong with this card. So that's being kind of encouraged here. So an interesting set. I hope you can make sense of them. I'm going to leave the messages and leave their love with you. Keep shining bright. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody that has been supporting me. Couple of shouts. So I'm in Frome on Saturday. That is now fully booked. So thank you so much if you're coming to see me there. I will look forward to connecting. I'm a little bit concerned. It's meant to be really hot at the weekend. So thank God we have the Witch's Cellar in Beck's shop. And I'm really hoping that's going to stay nice and cool and give us a nice cool setting so we don't melt, because this witch is not good in the heat, I can tell you. And then what else do I need to let you know about? Thank you for all those that are still supporting the ongoing promotions, the Be Proud spread, the Summer Solstice Tarot spread, and some of my other sort of bits and pieces that are out there. Monday, I'm doing a cheeky Zoom session. So I'm doing a cheeky Zoom demonstration of mediumship. So if you haven't seen that, there are still some tickets left. I know a lot of people haven't been able to get to my shows, so this is just another offering. I mean, it's not quite the same as a live show, but very similar, and an opportunity for us to connect, an opportunity for us to all gather, and essentially to have some beautiful connections with the spirit world. So Monday night, 7:30 until around 9 o'clock. If you're stuck for something to do, pop onto my website, treat yourself, buy a ticket. It'll be great to see you there. And like I say, they're capped at 20 spaces, to give everybody an opportunity to potentially have a message. So I'm not saying I'll be able to get to everybody, but there's a lot more chance when it's a smaller audience. After that, I will be doing a Monday message sort of live video, but then after Monday, I will be kind of going off grid, because then I'm having my week's holiday over in the Isle of Wight. But do remember, I am doing a working holiday, so there will be the opportunity to come and see me on Saturday the 28th of July at the Trinity Theatre. Tickets are very much still live and still available. If you know anybody that's in and around the Isle of Wight on Saturday the 28th, tag them in, let them know, drop them a message that I'm in town and that they may want to purchase some tickets. It would be great to sort of get a bigger audience. It would be great to see you there. But if we do have what we have, it will still be a fantastic show. I was told many years ago by a beautiful mentor, it doesn't matter if you've got 5 people in the room or 500, spirit will still give that evidence, they'll still give that love, they'll still give that reassurance, and you give 100%. You still give to those 5 people, all those 500, you give your best. So I will still very much be giving my best regardless of the number of audience, you know? So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really cool time. And I'm looking forward to my holiday. That's going to be lush. So going to leave it with you. Keep shining bright. Look after yourselves. I hope this week's messages make sense. And I will connect with you all again very soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.